Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Arizona time. And I hope everyone had a great weekend, as well as a great day. It is starting to cool down just a tad. Boy, in the mornings especially. We got up and we went to the gym early this morning, and I actually put on a jacket because I think it was like 70 degrees, which I know people on the East Coast, that is not cold, but here in Arizona, that is nippy to me. My husband's like, oh, it's a little bit crisp outside. And I'm like, no, it's cold outside. He's like, I wouldn't call it cold. I would call it brisk, but I was cold. So I'm like, no, that's cold. So he was laughing at me because he's like, that is not cold. I'm like, yeah, when it gets like down below the 80s, it's cold. But anyways, he was laughing at me, but it's, starting to cool off a little bit, which is super nice. And it's great that it's cooling down. And it's still, I think, 102 today, but, we're not having that 110. So, it didn't feel hot anyways. And I think later this week, we're going to get like in the 90s and 80s. And this weekend is supposed to be like in the 80s. So, yes, it's going to be beautiful weather. So, super exciting about that. Very exciting. So they were telling us that maybe that was our last triple digits that we're going to see. So excited about that. Sorry, my throat is really dry. Had a great weekend. Went to scrapbooking retreat or whatever, card making retreat. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Everybody kind of does their own thing. But my upline always has 2 weekends of it. So I got to do 2 weekends of just bliss, card making, and oh my goodness, it's always so much fun to be able to do that. And I always so much enjoy that because I get to just be away, and I come home at night because it's at her home this time of year, and this time of year it's usually cooler. But it was beautiful at her house. So it was really fun. I got lots done on my crafting part because at home I always have things to do. So I'm like in and out, in and out, and in and out. So I was trying to decide what card I wanted to do, and it's really close to Halloween. Can you believe it? So I thought, you know what? I want one more time to do a Halloween card. One more time. So I decided I'm going to use one more time to do a Halloween card, and then I think we're going to go into fall. Oh, good evening, Mom. I was beginning to wonder if I was live or not because nobody was joining. So glad that you did. Everybody's been asking where I was, and so I posted where I was, but apparently. Anyway, so I wanted to do one more time for Halloween, and we did some Halloween stuff during card retreat. So I wanted one more time to do Halloween, and then I think next week we're going to jump into fall stuff, even though I did one fall card last week, but I'm going to do some more fall things. But I want one more time for Halloween, and then I'm done with Halloween, and we're moving on. So I did one more Halloween card, and then we're done. A few little things. Our kit collection is still going on. Some people, I think, will catch the replay, so I just wanted to touch on these few little things. Our kit collections are still up to 30% off, going on until October 31st, so we still have a few weeks to catch that. Still having our starter kit special, which is still an amazing special. That too is going on until the 31st. If you want to join my team, you don't have to do card classes. You don't have to do any of that. If you just want to get some discounts, that's just fine. But it's such a great deal. Normally, when you join and you get $125 worth of merchandise for $99, we're giving you $155 worth of merchandise. And your kit also gets free business supplies, and you get free shipping this time. So that is an amazing deal. So contact me if you're interested in doing that. That's awesome. Okay, so I did this. Where did I put my card? Oh my, there it is. Oh my goodness. So this card. So we have acquired some of the supplies and stuff through Create. It's not called Creative Memories. Oh, so sorry. Oh, close to my heart. I knew I had to figure it out. And so we've incorporated that into our line, and we call it our scrapbooking line. So we have an online catalog for that. They did not print a catalog for that. And there's some really amazing papers and packages that you can do for that. Oh my goodness, it is super amazing. So there's this paper that I have had my eye on, and I wasn't going to buy that paper, but we used it this weekend, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure out a card. So I did, because I love this paper. There's also this paper is standalone paper, but also you can get like a package that has sayings and stuff with it, and for scrapbooking. So it's really amazing. But this paper is super fun. Look at this. It's got spells on it, and then as like our paper, it has another side to it. So you have this side, and then you have this side, and then there's bubble paper in here. Oh my goodness. And then the other side is like lined paper, and then you have this. This is so fun. So it's not just actually Halloween paper. You can use it for other things that you want to make throughout the year. And then look at this purple dog paper. So, I mean, there's like all kinds of paper in here that you can use actually year round for other things. So I did buy it because I'm like, okay, you can use this paper. So I made this card. This is what we're going to make tonight. Super amazing card. So I took a little strip of that potion paper, and then I backed it with a couple of different backings on white paper, and I wrote a little hocus pocus. And on the inside, I did stamp Happy Halloween. Now, I meant to take a little strip of, I couldn't decide, so I didn't actually do it. I don't know that I wanted the green bubbles up here. I could have taken a strip probably of this color, of this paper, and put up there. So I didn't put anything. I meant to put a strip of some of the other paper. I couldn't decide, so I didn't put anything, but it's just stamp Halloween, and off you go. So the bubble, this piece of bubble, there's the stamp for it, and you have to fussy cut it, because this potions and spells bundle does come with die cuts, and it cuts out this cauldron, the cat, cuts out this. I didn't pull it out, but it cuts out. You can also cut out your own books and do that. I did that on another card. And it does cut out these bubbles, but not these bubbles. So, but it's not that much. Literally, there's not that many bubbles in there. So that was fun. Oh, I don't know if I did that when I was cutting out everything. Hopefully I did when I did that whole packet of things. We're going to see if I did. So I did the cauldron, and then I stamped on it to give it the little, like this little edges here. You could use just plain black paper and just cut out the cauldron and not have anything on it. You can make all kinds of different things. It's so amazing. But I just loved this paper, so I just wanted to use it. So I made the card open this way this time. It's still your 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. So instead of just opening this way, I just flipped it and opened it that way. All right. So I cut out everything so that we didn't have to wash my. Oh, I did stamp this. So I just stamped the little bubbles that comes in the set, and I just stamped those on a white piece of paper using our black, and we're going to color those in. So I stamped all the other little bubbles. So I used our glitter paper, which is absolutely awesome and amazing. And I used, did I just did the purple? I thought that I did the green and purple, right? So I did green and purple, but when I cut these out, apparently I only did the purple one. So we're just going to put purple on. It's going to be all purple today. But we do have the green glimmer paper as well. I just thought I'd cut them out, but I did not. And I don't know where I put it. I don't think I put everything away when I came back from retreat. So I don't really know what I did with my green and my purple papers. So our base is going to start out with, like I said, with your 8.5 by 5.5, square it at 4 1/4, fold down the middle, and we're going to score it. And just give it a nice little crease there. And then you need 2 pieces of white at 4 by 5 1/4. One's going to go on the inside and one's going to go on the outside. So we can already glue the outside piece on because we're going to build our base. So we're going to just put the outside piece on. That's just going to fit on there. That even on there. Good. All right, now I do need the Happy Halloween out of here. Nice and sparkly, isn't it? And the green looks really cute with it too. So, but I don't know what I did with my green. So, and I'd have to run it through I had to go get my dyes out. I had to go get everything. I thought I had everything in there. So we're going to just go with purple today. Not that big a deal, but put our Happy Halloween on here. The green is, it is not Granny Apple. Like the paper's Granny Apple, but it's close enough. I think it's the different color of green. It's called something else, but it doesn't really matter because the match is close enough. It doesn't really matter. You can't even tell. So you can mix and match it. I just pulled one out. Actually, so I want that at the top of my block, not the bottom of my block. That's crooked. I don't want it crooked. Try that again. Trying to line it up so it's not so crooked. If you line it up on a line, usually that gets it pretty straight. It's just not coming out very straight. That's like the other one was crooked, but maybe it's the I don't know. I guess that's what it's going to be. All right, so you know what? I think I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape paper. So we'll use Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to use a different purple, but we'll just use that purple. All right, I'm going to line that up on a line. Hopefully this time we can get it a little bit straighter, but it doesn't look like it. That's not bad. Now that's a lot straighter. Okay. And we can actually put that in as well. And then we'll just build our card. And actually, before we build our card, I'm going to color the little bubbles just so that those are ready also to start building our card with. Now, sometimes it's really hard to see this black line where this goes on this black, but all right. So let's get our Highland Heather. All right, so they didn't make, well, I think they didn't, they did a long time ago, but a gorgeous grape Stampin' blends. We have a gorgeous grape Stampin' Right, which would work, which is how I colored the other ones. But I don't like coloring with them. They color too dark. So I'm going to use the Highland Heather. I'm going to make them Highland Heather. A little bit lighter. Use the dark Highland Heather. Let's see how that looks. Let's do one. All right, I like that so much better. And you really can't tell the difference, and then you get all the purples on there. But I like how these color better. And then it's not as dark either. This on here. I could have probably went with the light and then gone back over with the dark, but I'm just going to do this color really fast. This on here. And then I'm going to fussy cut this out, which will just take a second. So everyone had off of school today. So I didn't pick up any of the kiddos. Well, I got to go pick up all the kiddos, or I could pick up Haley and take her to school tomorrow anyways. So, all right, so now we can just cut this out. All right, so now we're going to cut this out. Well, I'm just coloring, so I can't color up there. It's got to be close to me, sorry. And now I'm fussy cutting this out. And this takes like a second. There's not a die cut for these bubbles, but it literally is like 2 seconds to cut these out. So that's a big deal. All right. Yeah. Okay, so now that's all ready. All right, so now we're going to assemble this. So our Granny Apple Green is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to put on our Gorgeous Grape, and our Gorgeous Grape is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. So we're going to glue that on. And we're basically going to glue it in the middle. I'm going to have some edges of the granny apple showing. And it should go all the way to the edge, but we're going to have some there and there. And then our DSP is like 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. I have to find where that was. All right, and that is also going to have like some middles. So see how we're stacking it. This is see how we're stacking it. Okay. Oops. All right. Then flip it over, and oh, I did a pretty good job of getting it all pretty even. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes, didn't get it quite over there, but that's not too bad. All right. Now we're going to put this on the card front. So I put this kind of a little bit down toward, down toward the bottom. But we're going to glue this. Give it a little bit of room, a little bit more room up here. And how I figured this out, oh, I need my cloth. All right, so I did hocus pocus. So hocus pocus. All right, so put this on the small one. And that was my All right, so this is the first time that I've used my hocus pocus because I made this card while I was at retreat. And so since it's a photopolymer stamp and it's the first time I'm using it, I put it in my, stamped it in my water Versamark. That will give it a good coating so that it will grip the ink better and give it a clearer, sharper stamp. So I'm going to kind of set this here and see if this will be perfect stamping. So that's about where I want it. So that's good. All right, so now I kind of know where I'm going to put this piece. So I can glue it down. Now that I know where it's going to kind of go, kind of remember. Okay. All right. Now we're ready to assemble all the parts. Oh, whoops, I need that. All right, so we glue the drips onto the cauldron. And of course, we have a lot of different colors, so you don't have to do purple. Again, you could do the green. You can even do, if you don't want to do sparkles, which because I'm sparkly, I like sparkles. But you can do plain paper. We could do a different design if you wanted. So there's so many options that you could do, but I'm such a sparkly person, so I like sparkles. So I liked the sparkles. All right, so guess what we're going to do? Dimensional. My favorite. So we're going to put dimensionals on the cauldron. We're going to put dimensionals on the bubbles. And we're going to put dimensionals on this big bubble. I just swore I did green, but and I think we'll put dimensional on this medium bubble, and then we'll glue these little baby bubbles. The little out of them. All right. So we're going to use my little dimensional. I have them somewhere, but I don't know where they are, so I'm going to use a black dimensional. Right here. I don't know where they're at. And a big one will fit on this bubble. Okay. All right. So we're going to put the cauldron on so we know where to put our bubbles. And we're going to take off this big bubbles. Okay. And yeah. So I kind of put this on the white. And this goes like this. There we go. And we're not going to have near as many bubbles as I put on the other one, but it'll be okay. There we go. And then my tweezers for this. All right. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of better with the other colors mixed in as well. So I might go back and cut some of the other ones and stick them in here. But looks good. All right. Super cute. One I made before and then tonight. So looks good. I like it. So there's our card for tonight. Our Halloween card. So very cute. So I'm here if you need me. I am here all week, and then I will be back again next Monday evening. And then I think I'm going to do a fall card. I think it's time to get into fall now that we're into October. So I'll try and pick some kind of fall card and do another fall card. I love the fall colors. So I'll pick some kind of fall thing to do and then get into some fall things. But yeah, so that's I can't believe it's going to be Halloween. And then and take the grandkids all trick or treating. So it's very, very fun. So, anyways, I'm here. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, I will see you next Monday. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Have a great evening. Thank you.